Okay, good morning, class. Once again, uh, as I told in the first video, I am now going to explain you all about the reactivity series. Okay, or we also call this as a metal activity series. It is also called as metal activity series. So, what does this metal activity series mean? So, it is nothing but it is a arrangement of, okay, it's a series. It's an arrangement of metals in order of decreasing reactivities. So we will be arranging a number of metals in the order of their decreasing reactivities. It means that the metals which are on the top will be having maximum reactivity. So before we go in details about the metal activity series and see the series, let me talk. There are some exceptions in metal activity series. We know hydrogen is a non-metal. Although hydrogen is a non-metal, it is placed in the metal activity series. The reason is hydrogen, if we see its electronic configuration is 1. That means it has just one electron. Since it has one electron, to become stable, it will share the electron in case of covalent bonding. As well as like other metals, it has high tendency to lose this electron and convert itself into a proton. Let's see how it does that. Hydrogen minus 1e becomes H plus. So it means that this is a hydrogen cation. It is similar to that of a proton. Okay, it has positive one charge. That is why hydrogen is placed in the metal activity series. Now let's see the metal activity series. I am going to write the sequence of the series. We have potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. Likewise, we have aluminum, and as we move down, we'll reach to hydrogen, and finally, further down, we'll be having gold, Au. So this is the series or the sequence. So as per the definition of metal activity series, elements are placed in decreasing order of their reactivities. So as we move down, the reactivity will decreases. It means that those elements which are on the top, those are which are on the top means these ones, and those which are at the bottom, we need to segregate them. So elements basically present above will be more reactive. So in a sense that we can say that potassium is more reactive than sodium, sodium is more reactive than calcium, calcium is more reactive than magnesium. Likewise, as we move down and reach to the last, gold is the least reactive. This is the least reactive, and potassium is the most reactive. So this sequence or this series is called metal activity series. Okay. Now we are going to see different types of reactions. First we'll start with reactions of metals with air. Reactions of metals with air. So reaction of metals with air. Now when we talk about air, we need to understand that air is a mixture of gases. Mixture of gases. So when we say mixture of gases, in the mixture there will be oxygen as well. So in the air we can say that there is oxygen. So what will happen when metals react with air? We are going to get metal oxides. Metal oxides. Please remember this, very important. Metals react with air to give metal oxides. Very simple. Calcium reacts with air, so oxygen, we can write Ca. This is calcium oxide, metal oxide. Magnesium react with oxygen, or that is the air, it will form MgO. So these are examples of metal oxides. Likewise, aluminum reacts with oxygen or air to give you aluminum oxide, Al2O3. We call this as tarnishing. Iron reacts with air to give you iron oxide, Fe2O3, so iron oxide. Likewise, lead oxide, and finally copper reacts with air to give you copper oxide. Okay, so it's very important. Likewise, we can see the reaction of metals with water. Metals plus water, it is going to give you metal oxide and hydrogen. So it depends upon the reactions. These reactions depend whether we are using hot water or cold water. Metal plus water, metal oxide and hydrogen. So likewise, those elements which were there in the metal activity series, which were there on the top, potassium, sodium, which are above on the top, that means the most reactive. These reaction metals, when they come in contact with water, they will explode. The reaction is very vigorous. Okay, the reaction is very vigorous, they will explode. Likewise, magnesium, it will have a very slow reaction. It will react very slow. That means slow reaction. What we'll get here? Magnesium oxide and hydrogen. Metal oxide and hydrogen. Aluminum, it will react with hot steam, that means hot water, to give you aluminum oxide and hydrogen. So steam, that means it is hot, and hydrogen will liberate. Similarly, zinc also, same condition, we'll get zinc oxide plus hydrogen gas. So this is how the reaction takes place. Iron, now little bit different. Iron reacts with steam. This is red hot, that means red hot iron reacts with steam to give you little bit different product, Fe3O4. We call this as tri-iron because 3 tri-iron tetra oxide, 4 oxygen. And this reaction is a reversible reaction. Hydrogen also. Likewise, lead and copper, there is no reaction. So this is how we can understand. Next, let's see the reaction of metals with acids. Reaction of metal with acid. Metal plus acid, we are going to get metal salts plus hydrogen gas will be liberated, H2. Let's see, metal plus acid, metal salts and hydrogen. Let's write few examples. Calcium reacting with hydrochloric acid, HCl. We are going to get calcium chloride or salt of calcium, CaCl2 plus H2, hydrogen is liberated. Likewise, magnesium react with hydrochloric acid, same. You will be getting MgCl2, salt of magnesium, again hydrogen. Now let's use different acid. Zinc reacting with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. This time we are using sulfuric acid, not hydrochloric acid. We will be getting zinc sulfate, and here also hydrogen will be liberated. So this one, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, zinc sulfate, all these are examples of metal salts. and in each case there is liberation of hydrogen. Is okay. Likewise, lead, copper, mercury, silver, they react with concentrated acids. Gold does not react. Gold will react only with a chemical called a mixture of nitric acid and hydrochloric acid. We call it as aqua regia, and platinum also. There is no reaction with acids. So now, having seen these three types of reactions: metal reacting with acid, metal reacting with air, metal reacting with water, what we understand is some elements, some metals are highly reactive, while some are not that much reactive. So the reactivity is totally based on whether metal, that means whether an element loses electrons easily or not. So we can say that if element loses an electron very easily, we can say that that particular element is highly reactive. Is it okay? Likewise, let's see chemical reactions now. Other chemical reactions. Let's try to see with acids some more reactions. Reaction of metal with acid. Some other reactions we'll use. See, same products will be there. Mm, let me write with iron. Iron reacting with hydrochloric acid. Likewise, zinc reacting with sulfuric acid. Likewise, copper reacting with sulfuric acid. Let's try to see what are the products. These are metals and these are acids. So when metal react with acid, we have already seen the products are metal salts and hydrogen. Let's try to write that. FeCl2 and hydrogen, zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Likewise, copper sulfate will get here. Water, oxygen. Here the products are little bit different. Next, we are going to see the reaction with oxygen. Metal with oxygen. Metal with oxygen. Simple. Metal plus oxygen. You are going to get one product, metal oxide. Metal oxides. Metal with oxygen, you will get metal oxides. Let's write few examples. Magnesium with oxygen, we'll write. Likewise, lead with oxygen, we'll write. Copper with oxygen, we'll write, and C. Magnesium, simple. Magnesium oxide, lead, PPO will get. Copper, Cu. Copper will be Cu2O, copper oxide. Likewise, with water, we have already seen. Let's try to write one reaction of the metal with water. Metal with water, you are going to get metal hydroxide and hydrogen. Metal hydroxide and hydrogen you will get. Let me write example with calcium. So you will be getting calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, and hydrogen gas. Likewise, let me write with iron, FeH2O. You are going to get in presence of oxygen, you will get So XH2, okay, Fe2O3 XH2. We don't know how many molecules of water will be there crystallized form. So we can say this as hydrated iron. Hydrated iron. Hydrated iron. All right. Likewise, let me write with the copper reacting with water. Copper reacting with water, there is no reaction. No reaction. Likewise, zinc, not zinc, lead with water also, no reaction. So these two are having no reactions, and here we can see formation of hydroxide with liberation of hydrogen gas. Likewise, metal react with the oxygen, we can see directly simple product, metal oxides. So with this, I just would like to give you some work. Please go through textbook topic uses of activity series. Find this topic in the textbook and and write three uses and write three uses of metal activity series. One, two, three. There will be four or five different types of uses. Please select three easy ones and then please try to write it in the notebook. So with this chapter comes to the end. Thank you.